Hello everybody, what's going on? Jerome here, bringing you guys some Bloons Tower Defense 5 for our quest to finish every single mission, and we are on the final one right now. Now, we're trying to do it on easy mode, and eventually I'll get on to medium mode, and it's been quite a while since I've done this, and I'm sorry about that. I kind of just wasn't in the mood to do it. I've been doing a lot of other video content, and I haven't really even quit Bloons Tower Defense. I've been doing other videos for it, I just never got around to doing this last mission. So without further ado, I'll go ahead and finish that up. So let's see. It's kind of difficult. It's not exactly your easiest mission out there. I will admit that much. It took me a long time. But eventually I came up with this strategy. I had to watch a few tutorials on it and things, and I tweaked it a little bit just to kind of make it my own, because I didn't want, I just, a lot of times theirs are a little more complicated, and also I didn't want anyone thinking that I just strictly copy everyone else's stuff. Like, this is my own strategy with a little bit of everyone else's thrown in there. So, yeah, you want to start off by putting a ninja monkey up at the top right up there, and upgrade him to the left a single time, and then once you get enough money, you're going to want to put a second one up there. That'll help you out tremendously. Like, you probably won't believe it, but these ninja monkeys with two of them up there, and if you upgrade them enough, will be extremely powerful and, I mean, for the most part, almost unbeatable in a way. Now, yes, a couple of them do get through there. This isn't a flawless playthrough. We're just trying to beat it for those of you that aren't quite sure how or need a little commentary guiding you along, because I know a lot of the times I can find guides for this stuff, but they never tell you what they're doing, and that always pisses me off. So hopefully you guys can learn something. I can teach you guys, and yeah. So now you already had that. You might want to set up the second one, and notice we only lost 12 balloons, so it's not like we had any kind of major harm to us because we took that long to set it up. It does, you do lose 12, you're not going to get a flawless out of it, but you certainly will be able to pass it following this strategy. I hope so, at least, because, sometimes I do mess up and I lose, and if I do lose in this one, I'm terribly sorry. That's going to piss me off to no end, believe me, because then I have to redo it, but regardless, we're in a pretty decent position, I'd say, to kind of get the upper end here. Now, you want to upgrade one to the left for now, and then upgrade the second one to the left, and then upgrade to the right, the Seeking Shuriken. That'll actually allow you to, like, target multiple things. So you notice how if you upgrade to the left, Shurikens pop 4 balloons each, and then if you upgrade to the right, it can turn around corners and just do the craziest shit. So that's why I always love getting that one right after you get the pop 4 balloons, because then it literally, I'll show you guys, it'll follow Pretend's Road Spike, is it follow downstream, just like that, and it's just completely insane, because that's a terribly powerful upgrade to have. As you can tell, one upper hand that you do have is against camo balloons, is that we are already set up to fight off any camo balloons that we are going to see, so that's always a plus to doing it this way. And here we go, we already have our first shuriken, so you can watch them. Oh, no, you can't, because apparently, there we go, now that they're spamming them in. Look at the right side of the screen, notice how it curls around curves like that? Yeah, that's part of the upgrade, which is what makes it very powerful. So now we have 2 of them just like that, and the next tower we want to focus on building is a glue gunner right here. Now, in case you guys weren't able to follow, once again, you have 2 up there, and you have 2 to the left and 1 to the right, and we're on round 13. I hope that helps you guys a little bit to start off. Now, we're going to put the glue gunner in as soon as we can, because the sooner the better with these kind of things, and focus him on hitting the strong targets. You mostly do that for when the ceramic balloons come around, but it's also just a good measure once you get yourself corrosive glue. That way, it starts degenerating them over time, and it will, do a lot of damage to them. And then, lastly, you get the stickier glue, which makes it much longer. That way, it just kills them, basically. It'll kill almost any kind of target that you can get, except for, I believe it is rainbow balloons I don't think it can kill. Yeah, I'm pretty sure rainbow balloons. And I said ceramic balloons, I meant to say lead balloons earlier, because lead balloons aren't popped by shurikens like the ninja monkeys have, or arrows as in the dart monkeys have, so you're going to need some kind of either explosive or corrosive glue. That's really why I have this glue gunner here. Now, after you set up this little nice area, thing going on, it's best to try and set up a couple of monkeys, just normal starting monkeys, off to the side, like right here along the way. That way, while they're being glued, or the ones that get through that aren't glued, you can just kind of pick them off, do a little damage before they get to the ninja monkeys. And you may not believe me on that matter, but really, that is extremely important. It will help you out tremendously. And just so you guys can see, I have almost a fully upgraded one right here. Look at how many balloons are getting past him on the right. Hardly anything at all. well. So really, it does help out a lot. So let's go upgrade him. And now this is why you want to target the stronger balloons. It was hard to see there because only black ones came out, but when black balloons as well as other colored balloons come out and they focus on hitting the black balloons first, it'll degenerate down through all of its layers and eventually kill it. So that's just one example. White balloons, same thing. You ready? Bam. I mean, well, okay, once again, bad example because for some reason it didn't send out anything but white balloons, but when there's a mix of them, you'll be able to tell exactly what I'm talking about. So there we go. That's how I set up my beginning strategy. We're already around 24, and this is one thing you might want to do, is those ninja monkeys will be able to kill the first one that comes through, but eventually that's not going to cut it, so you probably want to get your monkeys on the side there to have, what is it called? I believe it's called monkey enhanced eyesight, and that really will be a great upgrade for you so that you can hit up your, whatever it's called, your camo balloons. So now we're setting up pretty well. We have a decent setup at least, I would say. And of course, we can always get it a little bit stronger. There are a couple of routes you can take for this. I personally like putting up a monkey buccaneer right here and just upgrading him enough so that he can fire out his great balloons right there, and then as well as upgrading him. You want to upgrade to the right. I'll explain that in a little bit once time comes on. It really has to do with fighting off the MOAB balloons later on in the round, but it's not essential. You don't like need to do that. I just personally find that to be extremely beneficial, and it's also very good because its cannon ability right here, cannonship, is cheap. It allows you to save some money up, which you're going to need to build an expansive like tower system on this map, and it also does a ton of splash damage, which is what you need when they come rushing around those corners. So that's just why I do it that way. Let's see. The one thing to remember, guys, is that you may think, why am I only fortifying one position at a time like this? I should equal it out. The reason being is if you fortify one position enough that no balloons can get through or hardly any, then both these ninja towers up here where my spike traps are will be focusing on the left side. So it's as if I already had that extra protection there anyway. So that's why I don't exactly bounce it out at first, is because it naturally does it itself with the way we set up these towers, which is something just, you know, that like just really helps out a lot. So let's see. Okay, we have lots of these ninja stars now. We're doing pretty good. I'm just going to save up a little money now. Oh, that's why I didn't have it on fast forward. I'm just going to save up my money a little bit now. And it's okay if a couple balloons break through, but you don't want too many breaking through, obviously. That's not something you are aiming for. And now here's a good thing that I always like doing. Build yourself a second glue tower. Trust me, it's really worth it. And have one of them still fighting strong and one hitting their first targets. I think that really helps out a lot. Also note that the cannon ship will be able to hit any camo balloons that come your way. So that's, you know, pretty good bonus itself as well. So those are just two really good things. Now, let's see. We can focus on them like that, and it's not doing too much yet. It's hard to tell, but once you get the group gluing upgrade, or whatever it's called, that'll help you out tremendously on the battlefield. And it's really up to you guys if you want to do that first, or get yourself a cannon ship on the left side first. Personally, I'm going to wait and get the group glue, or what's it called, glue splatter. I call it group glue because it allows you to get up to 6 balloons at one time with a single shot, which is really, really, really good. So you really will see how, look at that. No one really can get through now without getting glued, which, I don't know, I personally think that's a great upgrade to have. And make sure, once again, you can spike trap. Don't be afraid to waste a few dollars on it, but try not to waste too many. If you're following this strategy down to a T, you probably don't have to waste too many at this point. But just in case, you know, you might have tried tweaking something your own way. If so, don't be afraid to throw down a few spike traps. You're not that hard-pressed for money yet. Now, once again, I said I'd explain it later, and I guess it's starting to get to, it's not there yet, but it's starting to get to the point where I should explain what this has to do with my MOAB taking down strategy, is if you upgrade to the right, those ships right there, you get something called Monkey Pirates, and it allows you to use a special ability once every, it doesn't say how long, I'd guess 20 seconds I'll put it at, maybe 30 seconds. Use an ability that shoots out a harpoon that insta-kills any red or blue MOAB balloons, just on the spot, just instantly kills them. So it's extremely powerful in that regard, and that's why I like upgrading to the right like that. But of course, once again, you don't have to. There are many other methods of taking down those towers, and that's just one of them. Now watch yourself right here. You ready, guys? Apparently a lead balloon had gotten through, so pay attention for that. You want to make sure you can pop them, because if that got through, that's a good, I think it's like 40 to 50 balloons of damage. That's not something you want breaking through your lines. Trust me on that one. So we have a very, very nice setup, at least in my opinion. It would seem like I I don't know. Personally, I love our setup right now. I'm just going to leave it at that. But, of course, there will be people that beg to differ. Now, I'm just going to save up a tiny bit of money for now to see what I can buy. If it turns out I can get a super monkey, I will. Otherwise, I'm going to have to get that monkey pirates upgrade right there, because it's going to be too difficult to take out those MOAB balloons, you know, trying to get to wave 50. At this point, you may or may not want to take it off of slow mode just to make sure, because you do have those rainbow balloons, and even though your glue does do a lot of damage to them, sometimes it won't fully pop them all the way enough that, you know what I mean, they won't be able to make it around the track. Sometimes they will. So it's best just to, better safe than sorry on that part. But once again, that's really up to you guys if you want to do that. These guys right here, they will break through. The glue is not enough to stop them usually, so you want to, unfortunately, waste a bunch of money on spike traps right there. And I know that basically made that round a moot point, I guess you could say, which is a little disappointing, which is why I'm going to be getting Bloon Dissolver. What this does is takes him out 2 for every single second. So if that gets hit by that guy right there, bam, they're just basically as killed as you can get. So that's a really good upgrade to have, and hopefully by round 45, if all things go according to plan, we will have enough to get that MOAB takedown ability for us, so that's always a plus. And of course, along the way, we can get some other cool upgrades. It's actually worth 400 more than a super monkey is, but personally, I think as long as you're not going for a super high round, you're just trying to beat a mode on like, just trying to beat the mode and get to wave 50, I say that that's a really good upgrade to have. Otherwise, if you're going to be going past this and you just wanted to use this as a basis for how you can get past the early rounds, I would not go this route. I would probably build the super monkey and try and survive from there. But my guide isn't going to show you how to survive that method, so, once again, nuts to you if that's your method, I'm sorry, but that's not how we're going to do it. We're just trying to get through this right now. And, oh, there we go. The ceramic balloons are trying to break through. See, this is a really bad situation, but we took that under control pretty well, and, bam, we have our first pirate takedown thing. So now, if a single MOAB balloons gets, on the field, we can take them out, and I'm pretty sure you only have to face 3 to get to the top. You get 1 at, like, 46, then you get a little break, and then, oopsies, that was a lot of balloons that got through. And then I think you get 2 on wave 50, maybe? Not positive on that, don't quote me, but that's what I'm pretty sure it is. So our setup right here is doing decent for us. It's definitely not perfect by any means, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and do something a little different, just get a little lightning going on right there. That does a lot of damage, and plus it hits so many targets that I personally like it a lot. And it also leaves us open for if we have a major burst in money, we can always upgrade to Dragon's Breath. Although look at the difference alone just that lightning ability is having for us. It really is, on the battlefield at least, making a pretty significant difference for us, which, I don't know, I personally think that's really good. That's what I would do. Oh god, yeah, situation's getting a little bit hectic. Oh, we have our first one. You ready for that? Bam, took him out. He's already dead. That's exactly what I was talking about for stopping them. So that's how that works, if you were wondering, in case you guys didn't know what I was talking about this whole time. And, oopsies, we want to get our spike traps going right here now. Now, notice in the bottom left-hand corner, make sure you keep track of how often you can use that ability. See, it's not going down very lightly. I guess 30 seconds was a very... It was an underestimation of just how long it takes for that. So keep that in mind, that it's going to take you a while. And if you don't watch yourself, you might actually have to sell a tower, but you have to make sure that by the time of round 50, you have yet another one of those MOAB takedown abilities. Otherwise, you're going to be in trouble when they come around. But by the looks of it, we should be in the clear for now, at least. I'm not positive. Remember, take it off of slow mode if you don't feel take it off of fast mode if you don't feel comfortable at some point in time. There we go. We got ourselves the next MOAB takedown ability, and it seems like we are ready to go. We have both of them, right? Like both of them, as you can see, are ready to be used. The other one finally recharged, I think. And so we are in a very good position now to take them out on round 50. And we also have a lot of money just to spend on, well, other things. But we're going to see. Do we need it now or no? I mean, it couldn't hurt to have it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build another one of these guys right here, give them some electricity, and bam, we're going to have 2 magic towers right now. And, of course, just in case, we'd hate to lose this way, so spam the heck out of spike traps. Lewis, ready guys? This is why you need to spam it. You need to be at the keys because your current towers won't be able to defeat them. Watch out, you have another wave of them coming, but keep in mind, guys, wave 50 shouldn't have any problems at all except for the MOAB balloon, so just put down almost your entire money's worth, you know what I mean? Just in case you need to do any upgrades later on, you want to keep some, but don't be afraid to put down a ton. Look at that, I probably wasted a few $100s on spike traps, and I'm not even done yet. just to make sure. So even though you lose them at the end of the round, no big deal. And now here's the beginning of the round. You ready? Boom, there's one. Take him out of the air, and I'm pretty sure another one will be coming. But remember, guys, keep in mind, last round, and is anyone else coming? Anyone? Anyone? There we go. So it's the last round, keep in mind, so you can spam as many of these spike traps as you want. And so that's basically the end of the level once you're able to do this. So put down the rest of your remaining ones just to make sure that you're perfectly fine. As you can tell, I'm pretty much set up that no matter how many try and break through there, it's not going to happen. Although it's good just to keep on balance and just keep spamming them. Watch out, guys. You have another MOAB balloon. Use your takedown ability, and bam, that's game. So anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and have a good night.